Meet the Press, Sunday, July 3rd, 2016. Andrea Mitchell. I was told that there was a possible plan for Hillary to fly in on Tuesday with Obama for a campaign appearance to North Carolina on Air Force One, the full embrace, the picture. Chuck Todd. So Hillary Clinton would have been on Air Force One with Obama walking down. Mitchell. No, coming out of the... Todd. Off the... Mitchell. The door of the plane opens, there are two of them, arm in arm. Todd, sounding incredulous. Not now, in the midst of the FBI investigation. Mitchell, explaining. It really makes it hard for the president while the FBI investigation of Hillary is pending from his Justice Department. Interview with a source close to presidential consigliere Valerie Jarrett, Monday, July 4th, 2016. Note: the source, who has known Valerie Jarrett since her undergraduate days at Stanford University, was interviewed 12 times for this book. Obama wouldn't have invited Hillary to fly with him to North Carolina and let her use two of the greatest symbols of presidential power, Air Force One and the podium with the seal of the President of the United States, if he thought there was even the slightest chance she was going to be indicted. But Loretta Lynch had been assuring him and Valerie for weeks that the prosecutors at Justice would never let that happen, and that the fix was in. A lot of people thought Jim Comey didn't give a shit about the prosecutors at Justice or the political fallout, that he was hell-bent on indicting Hillary, that he was the Eliot Ness of his time, squeaky clean and untouchable. But that was a complete misreading of Comey, who's a complicated guy. Yeah, he comes across as a straight arrow, but you don't get to be director of the FBI by falling off the turnip truck. It takes huge drive and ambition and an instinct for political survival. And Comey knew that if he recommended an indictment of Hillary, something that was fiercely opposed by the President, the Attorney General, the Democrats in Congress, and the liberal media, if he did that, he'd ignite a firestorm and go down in history as the man who traumatized the country's political system. And if, after all of that, Hillary was ultimately found not guilty by a jury, it would blacken Comey's reputation for all time to come. J. Edgar Hoover Building, Washington, D.C., 11 a.m., Tuesday, July 5th, 2016. Dressed in a blue shirt and gold tie, which matched the colors of the FBI flag standing behind his lectern, the dark bags under his eyes masked by TV makeup, James Comey methodically laid out a bill of indictment against Hillary Clinton. To the press assembled in the FBI auditorium, and the millions watching on TV at home, Comey said that despite Hillary's claim that no classified information had passed through her email system, in fact, 110 of the 30,000 emails that Hillary handed over to the State Department contained information that was classified at the time she sent or received them. He said that a very small number bore markings that identified them as classified, another fact at odds with Hillary's frequent statements that none of the emails were marked classified. He said that Hillary used her personal email extensively while outside the United States, including sending and receiving work-related emails in the territory of sophisticated adversaries, and that it was therefore possible that hostile actors gained access to Secretary Clinton's email account. He said that there is evidence to support a conclusion that any reasonable person in Secretary Clinton's position should have known that an unclassified system was no place for that conversation. He said that Hillary and her top aides at the State Department, Huma Abedin, Cheryl Mills, and Jake Sullivan, had been extremely careless in their handling of very sensitive, highly classified information. On and on he went for a full 10 minutes, making an ironclad case that Hillary was guilty of gross negligence in her handling of classified material, and that she had violated a federal statute that did not require evidence of intent to prove her guilty. The reporters in the room, and the millions watching at home, had every reason to expect that Comey was